danger! Butler!
Get around him! Get around him!
Edge of the seat.
Do you reckon they should have one of those voices for when a trade drops?
But like it's like over like an emergency PA system, like this just like runs out like through the entirety of Australia. Just trade.
That's fucking good start.
Great start. I already got myself coughing. Just a
Yeah.
pre-warn for anybody: if I blow anyone's speakers out, I cannot fucking stop coughing, and I haven't stopped the last 3 days. So just bear with me.
Yeah, JT has been coughing like, I don't know what you can compare it to, but probably he coughs as much as how many trades came through in the last hour of deadline day.
Yeah, that seems about accurate. That was about how many times I coughed in the last 7 minutes. But like it's been ridiculous. So I've got my hand on the mute button at all times to ready to just fucking just try and stop it. But we're getting through because there's been a fucking shitload of trades.
Shitload, all right. My God. And this has been one of those trades we just knew. Like last week was just nothing. Let's be honest. There was a couple of expected ones that went off early. I think Wednesday, like after we did our first trade ep, went off, and then Thursday, Friday was the equivalent of shopping on a public holiday.
Ghost town.
Yep.
Yep.
And you get to pretty much this week, and from Monday onwards, it was like, how many bullets can you shoot?
Just fucking load up, baby. Everyone wants to go everywhere. There was trade requests coming out of everyone's asses. It was just like everyone was going, and it's here we go.
And we pick up from Monday because I think we're just getting straight into it because people would have heard a lot of trade radio, seen articles, House of Footy, other articles like the websites and clubs and everything, and be like, well, we've had enough of trade period, so we're going to do that all again.
Let's just rattle them off.
Rattle them off. We started with Monday, which was probably the most oddest of trades. But I got an alert on my phone. It was like, trade alert. I was like, oh, sick, we've got something. Biggie Nguyen for pick 65. I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. I didn't quite know he was a player.
Yeah, no. This is a good theme for the next couple of days. There's a few VFL trades happening. There's a few lower level, few second tier trades that go through, and I think this is one of them. Although Nguyen at least has a bit of like he hasn't had the opportunity yet, so it's like he can get a chance. But let me just tell you, there's some serious VFL trades in this little stretch of trades. My goodness.
I had this thought all day. I mentioned to just before off air. The way I would describe all of these trades is pretty much there's no one worth over 500k on your Supercoach team here.
No, this is the mid-price recruits that you bring in when you have no trades. You're gonna take a zero. You're really panicking. You look through at the green dots to see who's playing after the lists are announced, and then you see some random fucker right in the middle, and you're like, "That'll be me, thank you." Lockie Fogarty was that guy for me last year. Thank you, Lockie Fogarty. A few of those boys running around.
Not wrong. The best one of the lot probably comes the next two, and they both came out of Freo, and everyone knows our thoughts about Freo.
Yep.
Lockie Schultz and Liam Henry.
Yes.
2 L's come out of Freo, which is unsurprising because they have a lot of L's. Quite literally. Lockie Schultz went to Collingwood for pick 34, and the Magpies future first, which means Freo have, I think, 1,700 future first round picks next year.
Yeah, they got a lot of picks.
They lost Liam Henry and the Dockers future fourth for Freo to get St Kilda's future second and future fourth. Lockie Schultz first.
Yes.
Your thoughts?
I think it's an upgrade. So I think Collingwood have done enough. Collingwood just did exactly what they needed to do, which was just upgrade the positions they needed to, and then offloaded some guys they probably weren't going to need around. And we'll get to one of them, obviously. But yeah, Lockie Schultz is an upgrade, definitely on Ginnivan that just lost. But yeah, like I think he's fine. I don't think he's going to set the world on fire, but I think he's enough. He's a great pressure forward. He brings a lot because like you look at it as well, like Jamie Elliott's going to go, so he'll just fucking slot right in there. He'll just do what he needs to do, roll out every week, win by fucking 60 in front of 80,000 people, and go home. And yeah, easy stuff.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to describe that. The funny thing is, he probably seems a lot better than what he is, considering he played for Freo, and there's no one really else at Freo to do his job. But I like it. I think he suits Collingwood and the way they're going to play. So
Collingwood did good this trade period, which I hate to say. I fucking hate it, but they did really good. So good on them.
God, they celebrated when they got him, eh?
Yeah, big time. I was like,
We're winning
fucking
the
hell.
flag again. Okay.
Probably.
You know. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Losing the plot.
That's probably the 6th time this year that's happened, I reckon.
Quite a few times, absolutely.
So yeah, well done, Lockie Schultz, going over from Rio to the Pies, as we summed up last week, want for home reasons, personal reasons, to the best club at home. So
yeah, home.
It is what it is.
Oh.
Liam Henry's the Saints. How are you feeling?
Good. I like this one a lot. I'm a big fan of our ins this off season. There's been some questionable ones for sure, but I'm pretty happy with this one. He's like pretty much the natural progression that we need behind like Brad Hill. And like Brad Hill is going to nurture him perfectly, and like he's living with Brad Hill. He moved into with his family and stuff, so it's going to be like perfect. I think Brad's obviously in his last 1 or 2 or whatever years, so he's just going to perfectly sort of slot into that role. Doesn't have to play amazing straight away, but he's going to develop, and I think it's perfect. So that's a good one for the future. We did good that one, Saints. Yay! We actually did something well. Well done. Look at us go.
Him and Mason Wood together as a
wing duo.
Not bad.
Oh,
not bad at all.
Nope.
Shane McAdam went to the D's, which it took me the whole trade period to realise he's 28 years old.
He's a lot older than everyone thinks. It was a real weird thing. This is one of the most just nothing trades, I think. But it's also one of those ones where it could look really good come like next year. Like McAdam could become like a really real like star at Melbourne. But at the moment, I'm like, who cares? What is it?
He went for Adelaide's future second-round pick, which they were fighting very hard for Harrison Petty. But in the end, they obviously couldn't get Harrison Petty. So for them to wait this long to do the trade was quite petty of them.
Yeah, I could see that one coming from like halfway. Long run. Really funny about the Harrison Petty thing as well. He does not want to be playing for Melbourne next year. Did you see those fucking quotes the other day? Or was it today, maybe? Where it was like, oh, it's up to Melbourne now. Like, I don't really care. Like, it'd be nice to go home, I suppose. And it was because he was training with the Adelaide boys at the time. Like, it was like, oh my God. Melbourne, you should have just got rid of him. What were you doing? Like, he's going to go for free next year. Like,
he'll go, yeah, well. I thought he signed to 2025.
No, I think it's next year. I'm pretty sure next year he can just fucking waltz his way out of there.
Well, welcome to South Australia, Harrison Petty, 2024. Everyone should just get the graphics ready.
See you then.
Just, you know what? How petty of him.
By name, by nature.
Someone called me out the other day on my puns.
Yep.
That's all I've got to say about that. And if you're listening, just picture the third finger in either side.
Good.
All right. I don't know if you want to have a go at this, but I really feel like one of us should rattle this off Ted style.
I reckon I can do this.
I reckon you can do it?
All right. Let me read it just as it is. Okay. Good Lord. All right. 25th trade. It's a 4-way trade. Sikiti gets Paddy Dow, pick 40 in the Blues, future third-round pick. Western Bulldogs get Nick Coffey, picks 52 and 56. Carlton gets the Bombers, future third-round pick. The Bulldogs, future fourth-round pick. And the Dockers, future fourth-round pick. Essendon gets pick 35 in the Blues, future fourth-round pick. Fuck yes. Yes.
That might be the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I got it. I said about 70 words in about 20 seconds.
Listen, he didn't cough once.
I just like took one big breath and just went, let's just do it all at once.
I'm Patrick right now. Oh my
We got there.
God.
Basically, all that means is Saints are getting Paddy Dow and the Dogs are getting Nick Caulfield, and that is about it. And Blues got a bunch of picks that they could get for a trade that we'll talk about soon. That's about it, really.
Oh, okay. Paddy Dow thoughts?
Great. Thanks, Sauce. Thank you, Sauce. I really appreciate it. I don't think he like. I was optimistic about Stocker last year. I was like, yeah, like he could find his way in, but like, I don't see many universes where Paddy Dow is going to just break the side unless he becomes like the second coming of Jesus. I don't think he's getting in there. He's got a lot of work to do, but sure, whatever.
All right. I'll throw this to you then. Paddy Dow or Jack Billings?
Honestly, the way Billings was tracking, I'm fine to take Paddy Dow. At least he doesn't get injured every week. I mean, like, it's fine. I'll take him.
Billings. Interesting. Nick Caulfield. Apparently finished third in your BNF a few years back.
Caulfield.
Yeah. Wasn't he like a first round pick or something?
Yeah, him and Hunter Clark were 2 picks away from each other. And both have just been ruined by injuries. Caulfield had an ACL and then did his calf all year and stuff. Some people are really upset with this. I don't really care. Even when he was in the side, I was a bit like his ball use is a bit shit. So I was kind of like, yeah, whatever. Like when he left, I was like, I mean, it's sad. Like it'd be nice to have him, but like, I don't care that much. It's whatever.
Would have he made a difference to the end result this year?
No, absolutely not. And there's so many players that have gone past him. Like he's a halfback. We have Sinclair. We have Naz. Like we've got all these players that have well past him at this point. Like I don't think he's getting anywhere near it.
I love it. Sensational. We move on to the Croatian.
Yes.
Big Ivan Soldo. Which, out of all of Port Adelaide's picks for a trade, was the last thing I thought was going to happen. And push come to shove, Chris Davies rocks up, 2 p.m.
What?
At Marvel and says, Richmond, give me Croatian. Okay.
It worked.
That was the last thing I expected to happen, and the first thing that happened today, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you feel about the bringing in?
He's going to be the best ruckman at Port by a country mile.
Big battle.
Yeah, well, Jordan Sweet, Dante Visentini, throw in Dixon and Finlayson who chop out. He's good though. I like him. I genuinely forgot he won a premiership with the Tigers in 2019.
Yeah, he was part of that team, which is weird to me because he was like a pretty big fixture of that team as well. And then obviously it's just kind of fallen out of favor, but is what it is.
Fair enough, considering if you fall down the pecking order of Samson Ryan and Ben Miller, time to go.
Yeah, maybe
Even
a bit of change of scenery.
Yeah, I think some teal might go well with your black instead of yellow. They traded picks 41, 49, and the Dockers' future second round and future fourth round for pick 50 as well to come with that, which might seem overs. But this is the thing. Everyone trading picks this year. That's why there have been so many picks traded. This year's draft is terrible.
Yeah.
So besides the first 15 or so.
It's very top heavy. It's very like top 10 pretty good, and then it just dies off pretty quick, apparently. But they say that a lot, like it gets said, and then most of the time those kind of drafts are the ones that have those little like gems late on kind of thing. So it's like it'll be interesting to see, but that is why everyone's trading picks, because it's well known that this draft is like very good up top and then just nothing. So who knows?
Pick 50 when it ended up at the Dogs for Jordan Sweet, which for me, you just look at this trade and you just go, Port Adelaide gave away pick 49 with Richmond on the last day.
Yeah.
To then get pick 50 and trade it to the Dogs on the last day. You had pick 49 to start with. This could have been done 10 days ago.
Everything, it could have been done a little quicker. Also, I love Port Adelaide's recruitment strategy on the final day, which was if you're tall, fucking come this way. Tall bloke, yeah, come and fucking hurry on. Here we go.
It's funny too because at the same time as recruiting everyone on the same day, they've put the poor social media team under the pump and spelt welcome wrong.
That is the worst looking graphic I've ever seen. It is so funny. Oh, what were they thinking?
The Comwe, or whatever it is.
Look, yeah, it was horrendous. It was horrendous, like the worst. Don't know what they were going for. Real bad.
The Comwe. It's so funny seeing some of the trade graphics.
Oh yeah.
Collingwood's one with the exclamation mark, and then they removed it for Ginnivan. It's like they weren't as excited for Ginnivan to go.
Just trade.
Then you've just got some of the standard ones where they've photoshopped all the new players with fake Guernseys on them and stuff, or just put their heads on other people's players.
You know,
you get
like
your money's worth.
You know who did that one really well? Hawthorn with Jack Gunston. Looks spot on. Fucking looks real good in the Hawthorn jumper. Don't know how they did it, but fucking nailed it. Absolutely crushed it.
Oh, I can't believe Gunston, which we'll get to. We can do it now before we do the others. But like, I can't believe Gunston is going to play Hawthorn. Going to play at Hawthorn for the first time in his career. Like it's
just like you never expect to see Jack Gunston in Hawthorn colours. I was so like he's one of those players where all I can do is think about him in Brisbane colours. He's one of those guys where I couldn't imagine him in anything else other than a Brisbane jumper. I mean, put him in the brown and gold, and I think it's going to be yuck. I'm going to look at it and be like, that's gross. Why would you do that?
I'm all thinking of him in Adelaide colours.
Oh, forget about that. That is so funny.
They called him the future of the future. And I was just like, he's going.
I mean, he was. Not for them, but it was the future.
No, it was the future for Brisbane.
For Brisbane, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know what's funny is they forgot to Photoshop all the premiership medals he's got around his neck from the brown and gold as well.
Dragged around with him. I know. It's such a funny trade. Like, I love how he had his year off and then went, I'm good. I'm going to go back now. I like Hawthorn, actually.
I think I might, his little gap year, as we called it. The trade was Gunston picks 47-61 in the Lions' future second round, and Brisbane got Brandon Ryan, pick 39, pick 54 in the Hawks' future fourth round pick. Wouldn't know who Brandon Ryan is, but apparently he's really good according to Hawks fans, and anyone with two first names to me is normally pretty good.
Good on you, Brandon Ryan. No idea what you look like. Couldn't tell you, but yes. Good on you, man. Fucking glad you got your trade or whatever.
He's one of those players you just don't know what he looks like.
Nah, absolutely not. I have no idea. Not a clue.
I'm looking him up.
While you're looking up the looks of Brandon Ryan, I'm trying to go back and figure out what other ones. We spoke about the Jordan Sweet one, obviously, as well. And then Port also got a Savarada Galea, who, as we know, took fucking forever to get there. He got there.
12 months his trade period went for. Started last year. Pick 33 wasn't enough for a contracted player. So we go, all right, here's pick 25 in a weaker draft. And we waited 10 days for them to decline it and then accept, and I quote, picks 76 and 94.
I didn't even know the draft went up to 94, if I'm being completely honest with you. So, there you go.
Yeah, neither. I was trying to look back who's been taken in the hundreds before. I genuinely don't think there's been a 100th pick.
Couldn't tell. Don't know.
Brandon Ryan is interesting.
He's just a guy. Just a guy.
Real AFL Live standard player spec. Someone that hasn't been scanned type player.
Creative player. Just
creative player. So Zavarada Galea finally lands at Port. Again, the Conway or whatever they bloody spelt it. They also called him Air Sava.
Good.
No, I thought it was genuinely terrible.
Coming from the pun man himself, he turns down the pun.
Yeah, because I didn't think of it.
Of course.
It was
Uh,
not quite punting to me, but anyway.
No, that's okay.
I was going to say something now. Oh yeah, so I found this out right. So apparently Geelong are going to offset pick 76, and this is a little inside word, and it really grinds my gears because if you trade pick 76 out of this and you leave picks 25 and picks 94, if you add those two numbers together, Jared, it makes 119.
It's like
And
they knew.
that's how they go, here, Port.
It's like they asked specifically for it. They like added it up before they didn't. They're like, fuck, you know what would be pretty funny? If we could do this trade.
And you know what's even funnier? When half the teams pass the picks before, and they don't
Yep.
get pick 94 anyway.
No, it becomes like they're like 86 or something, and you're like, yeah, cool. No worries.
I don't mind betting Geelong past those two picks at 76 and 94.
Just take this. Just be like, I'm good. Oh, that's fucking funny.
Anyway, Salva Radigaleo going to be the 17th missing piece to Port Adelaide's premiership puzzle. Because we've had so
Almost
many
there.
of them.
We're almost there.
I could rattle them off like you rattled off the trade before.
Jack Watts.
Jack Watts, Paddy Ryder, to name a few.
Oh, good lord.
Orazio Fantasia,
Giants
Jimmy
bound.
Tumpus.
Oh no.
Yeah, he is Giants bound. Ratio.
Yeah,
He's
random.
going to get delisted first.
Yeah, I know. I've actually got to get rid of him first for him to go. But yeah, definitely.
Oh, well, all the best. Hope their rehab room has got plenty of facilities for him. Carlton got Elijah Hollins. They
Again,
also traded pick 28 and the Suns' future fourth. Gold Coast got pick 26 and the Bombers' future third.
so you know how I said before about these VFL trades?
Hmm.
It's pretty VFL, this one, eh?
It is, isn't it? Is this the first time a team has had two Hollands on their team?
It'd have to be. The
Because-
brothers.
The brothers, man. This is also the third time in a row Gold Coast have traded just a high quality pick for nothing.
Yeah. I mean, they got back 26 or whatever.
Which is going to be used for one of their 17 academy players.
Yeah. As always.
Nice work. I'm sure he'll benefit massively of slotting into Paddy Dow's spot. Richmond got Jacob Kazitsky, which Hawthorn got pick 49, which was Port Adelaide's pick 49, which could have been used for Jordan Sweet about 10 days ago. But hey, who cares?
Who cares? This is the most nothing trade I've ever seen in my life.
Is he good?
I don't think so. Some people do, but I don't know. Whatever.
Well, is he like Rewalt's replacement or?
Fucking, I'd hope not. Seriously hope not. But probably, I don't know. Fuck, Tom Lynch is going to come back from injury and be like, where did all of my players go?
Where's my talent?
What's going on?
I can't wait for Tom Lynch round one's lining up next to Jacob Kazitsky and Ben Miller.
Great work. Good luck, Tom Lynch. Have a good time. Tom Lynch is going to kick like 90 goals next year.
He's going to be Nick Larkey.
He's going to be the only guy that's ever touched the ball in that forward line. Like, no one else is going to go near it. Oh, that's so funny.
He's going to be Richmond's Nick Larkey.
Oh, Lord.
They're going to finish bottom four and generally have a forward that kicks 80 goals.
Yeah, it'll be the same thing. Tim Taranto is going to like almost win a Brownlow. Tom Lynch is going to kick like almost 80 goals, and they're still going to finish like 15th.
Yep.
Yep.
About time.
Oh, I know.
About time. Speaking of about time, Jack Billings has gone to the D's. Now, I don't know if you know who Jack Billings is. I think you're a Saints fan and stuff.
If you're about to make a Mark Spontapelli joke, I will throw my laptop across the study.
No, I wasn't. I was going to leave that for you, but I can if you like.
No.
This was a man that was taking a pick before Marcus Bontempelli.
Yeah. I'm aware.
He's now at Casey Fields. And as you
Yeah.
put it before, VFL spec.
Yeah, like another VFL trade. I don't get it's happened a couple times with Saints players. They think, oh, I can't break into the Saints midfield. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to Melbourne. where fucking Christian Petrarca and Clayton Oliver get 34 touches a week. Yeah. Break in there. I dare you. Good luck, Jack. What, you gonna play half forward? Guess what? Track plays there too. Fucking good luck. You're not getting near it, Jack. I don't know what you're doing. Whatever. This is what it is.
He has so much talent.
Did have so much talent.
Sorry.
He had so much
Did
talent.
have so much talent. And now he's worth a future third round pick, which will probably.
No.
Yeah, the silence speaks for itself, really.
Nothing at all. Yeah, literally.
How about Charles and pick 62 end up with the Hawks and the Lions? Gold Coast got the Lions' future second round pick.
I think this is unders. I like
Good tell.
Mabior a lot. Like, I think he's a good footballer.
I think he was all right at the Gold Coast.
Yeah, and like Hawthorn, I think Hawthorn, we spoke about Collingwood having a good trade period. I think Hawthorn have done pretty fucking good. They've just changed their entire forward line around. Like their forward line is going to look completely different to what it did last year because they've brought in Ginnivan, Gunston, and Mabior Chol, got rid of Kaczynski, fucked him off, and just said, "Here we go. This is what we're doing now."
Quite literally. And we'll get to Ginnivan in a sec. But you mentioned before our Port were like, all right, anyone that's tall, come our way.
Yeah.
Hawthorn are gone, if you are tall and forward.
If you play forward, we want you. So random. But I like this pick. I like Mabior Chol. I think this is going to be good for them. I don't know why. I just checks out.
Interesting. Mitch Lewis, Mabel Chol.
It's a pretty stacked forward line when you think about it. Like,
Are they real dark horses for the top 8 next year with all these pickups?
I still don't like before the trade period. I thought they were going to like be okay, but not top 8. Now I'm like, oh, they could be like 10th, maybe. Like they could be like battling for that. I don't know if they're going to finish there, but they could be like trying. I don't know. Sneaky Hawthorn.
Talking around. They are at the moment. Walking around.
Yeah.
No.
Oh god.
No. Speaking of hawking around, does it a fair bit on and off the field. Jack Ginnivan is now a hawk. And I find this very funny because what he's done in 3 years is a lot of people don't rate him for what he's done. And I rate what he's done. Premiership player, Anzac medalist, controversial figure on social media. It comes with the nature.
Yeah.
But the funny thing for me is he's gone, right, I'm going to get an Anzac medal, I'm going to play for Collingwood, biggest club in the land, win a premiership with the biggest club in the league, and then just go play AFL footy for the club I supported pretty much all my life.
He's
in
living
3 years.
Dream. He's living every kid's fucking dream right now. He has had arguably the weirdest first 3 years of football of any player ever, right? So he plays 2021, plays like 4 games, does nothing. Like he doesn't play, like barely plays at all. Like it's just he's a small forward that just runs around, whatever. Has a second year where he dyes his hair blonde, cuts it short, becomes this polarizing figure. Anzac medalist, as we know, becomes like one of the most lively small forwards in the game. Third year gets replaced by an incoming player, barely cracks into the side, then ends up back in the side for the grand final and wins a fucking premiership medal, and then fucks off. This is the weirdest career I've ever seen in my life. Like, what is happening?
I don't understand it.
It makes no sense.
Everyone, like all Collingwood fans, literally how you were just then, just like this.
Yeah.
Like, it's fuming. I'm like, you've just
Yeah.
got Bobby Hill and Lockie Schultz up for now.
Yeah, you don't need
Wouldn't
it.
be fuming too much.
Yeah, I think it's just because like Ginnivan became such this big figure for them, and then he's just like, I'm actually all right. I'm actually gonna go to Hawthorn now and be done. I am pretty convinced that we're not going to hear anything about Jack Ginnivan until he's delisted, because I don't think, like, now that he's not at Collingwood, he hasn't got the eye on him like he does it. Like, like Hawthorn doesn't have the eye on them they do, that Collingwood do. he's just gonna be it.
Is Chad Wingard's replacement.
Yeah.
Remember,
Just
everyone had all their eyes on Chad Wingard because he was coming over to Melbourne. They were like, oh, South Australian recruit, everything. He's going to be massive for Hawthorn. Did the square root of fuck all, I reckon. And now everyone pretty much forgotten about him. And since he's injured, they're like, all right, who's the next polarizing figure we can get? Jack Ginnivan.
That'll do.
And you just look at all the pictures he got as a kid, with Sam Mitchell, was playing at the time, and now they're coach. Jack Gunston, who
traded on the same day as him.
traded on the same day as him, comes back home. Had pictures with Jordan Lewis. There was someone else he took a picture with that was Luke Bruce, a young Luke Bruce, and I'm like, which, by the way, did you know favors in stupid sexy business?
He is. It's fine. We'll ignore it. It's all good.
You want to consider trading out your pick there, mate?
Nope. Absolutely not. I'm standing by that guy.
Oh, sometimes we all have an off night, I guess.
Oh, Lord.
It'd be fuming. The bloke that spent $5,500 on Jack Ginnivan's premiership Guernsey.
I know, but that's also like kind of cool though, because it's like it's the last job he wore before he fucked off.
Yeah, hey, that's actually pretty true. Didn't think of it like that.
I know. It's both ways. It's very funny though. He's had the weirdest first 3 years of a career I've ever seen in my life, and I'm like, I kind of wish I was him. I kind of aspire to be that because it's so funny.
I wish I was a polarizing figure that people love to hate, or if you're a fan of the club, loved him. Got all the social media followers in the world. Went to the races when he wanted. Anyway. Good on ya. Guinea Ven. I tried to make a meme with like Gava's gone as Guinea's gone, but it
couldn't get there.
Didn't really work out. Speaking of gone,
Xavier.
Bye Xavier. Kind of sad.
Yeah.
And it really pisses me off. He's going to be doing this for those stupid Essendon fans.
We're talking about like the VFL trades. Like there's like trades for VFL, whatever. This is an AFL draft trade, right? Because Essendon, I am almost convinced, have purely bought him in so that they can go to Zane and be like, "Hey, mate, your brother's here.
Yeah.
Come on, just come on, like come this way. Like this is an AFL draft trade because no one wants the brother. It's the Jackson Merritt, Zach Merritt. It's bringing in the brother so you can get the other one and make life easy.
But is Zane going to get to pick 9?
Probably not. But they're gonna go to him and be like, "You tell every other club that you will not move." If they do, or he'll just do like a Horn Francis and have a year there and then be like, "I'm done," and then leave. Either way, like they'll do it.
Where does he even go? Like the Dogs? Oh, Dogs have pick 4 or something, or like Freo.
Gold Coast. Oh no, they're going to use it.
Oh.
They're going to use it on the academy, so no, they won't. But like, yeah, they'll go to the Dogs, and then he'll have a 1 year, play 18 games, average 16 touches, and then be like, "Oh, I'm going to go to this."
I'm going to watch the AFLW trade period as well and see if Yasmin Dersma
Yasmin gets the whole family in. Come on.
They've also got a younger brother as well. I was listening to Trade Radio. I think it goes is Xavier Dersma, Yasmin, Zane, and then the youngest is spelt with a W. So they went backwards.
Annoying they went back. I hate that because I like the XYZ thing. I was literally going to say what was the last name of the other kid because that's annoying.
I don't know. We'll go with the other kid for now.
That other kid.
He's actually spelt with an O. Other kid.
Oh,
but yeah, so Dersma goes to Essendon. Port Adelaide get Brandon Zerk-Thatcher, which is, I think, our 5th hyphen.
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys really just love him, don't you? You just bring
Al
him
Pepper, Horn Francis, Darcy Byrne-Jones, Brandon Zerk-Thatcher, our 4th.
There you go.
Which is equivalent to 8 players, so technically we're winning.
You've got so many players, man.
And we also traded back in. So before this trade, Port didn't have a pick in this year's draft.
Great.
Not one. Now we've got pick 73.
Yeah.
You know who's getting picked up at pick 73? P. Arse.
Yeah.
Pass.
Great player out of Calder Cannons. Like, just no way. Oh, God, Port Adelaide. That's a real weird recruiting strategy they got there.
Oh, I reckon they get caught up in their own hype because every year people are like, oh, Port Adelaide, just go out and get the job done. And this year they've gone, right, what can we do to really screw with some people?
Let's just bring in the biggest guys we can find.
Yeah. And the most stock standard 450k fantasy players you'll ever see.
Barely even 450k. Like Zerk Thatcher is like 360 at best. Like this is just, and like Jordan Sweet is like 250.
He's your ruck bench.
Like yeah, he's nothing. Like it's just big blokes that might play 6 games. Like who knows?
It's
interesting.
Jason Cripps and Chris Davies. I'd really love to be in their room.
Do you reckon when the deadline hit 7:30, they just looked at each other and went, "Job well done."
They did. No, so I swear to God, they did. I was watching the trade radio feed, and they're literally watching Port Adelaide inside, and I see Jason Cripps looking at the laptop, going, and I'm like, they've just got the 4th deal done of the day, and they're cheering.
Oh boy.
What? Unless they got an email from like the AFL, who were running the show, and they've just gone, right, pizzas are ready.
Oh, Port, you crack me up.
I really hope they put that footage out because I really want to clip it. It's just Jason Cripps. It's just.
Oh.
And Chris Davies, and all he does, because Chris Davies does not have much of a personality when it comes to being in the media. He's just sitting back going like this, rocking in his chair, pissing himself laughing. Meanwhile, Dodoro is in the other room like this, just fucking, right, what else can we drain out in the next 30 seconds?
And they got one.
They got D'Ambrosio.
No, they got rid of D'Ambrosio.
See, it's been a lot to catch up on.
They
got rid of D'Ambrosio.
Yeah.
For what?
3rd round pick and a future 4th. Cool, man. Great work, Dodoro. Proud of you.
If you got traded, right, and within 2 or 3 years, which I think D'Ambrosio will be anyway, delisted, would you be insulted being traded for a future 4th?
I mean, D'Ambrosio, I feel like, is lucky to be there in the first place. Like, he's a mid-season draft pick. Like, he's lucky to just be around, let alone be able to pick what club he wants to go to. So, I bet if he can, he's lucky stars. So, I reckon he's like, I'm fine with this. But I reckon when Jack Billings was like, this is the thing, right? Because I reckon Jack Billings has been wanting to trade, whatever, and not a single club wanted him. Like, there was not interest anywhere. And I bet you he was just sitting there like, what the fuck? And he's traded for a future 3rd, and it's like, you were at pick 3 one day, Jack Billings.
Really brought it back to Jack Billings, didn't you?
It just because it's funny. It's so funny. Like, it's just Casey Demons. They win the flag next year. Put all your money on it. Casey Demons VFL Premiership. It's coming home, baby.
VFL Premiership. What, you don't think Gold Coast will go back to back?
Oh, they just lost Mabel Chol, who was starting there. So, unfortunately, not. And Burgess,
yeah, but they've
as well.
got 1,600 academy players to fit in, so.
That's true, actually. They're not going to be able to play all of them in the AFL. There's going to be a few academy boys running there in the AFL. That is true.
Right, well, that's everything. And after the most average trade period ever in terms of names.
Yeah.
Who do you think's the best recruit?
Best recruit, best like value. Let's actually have a look at this. The best value that I could find. I like the Mabior Chol one. Because I think that's pretty good. I think Collingwood getting Lockie Schultz for 34 and a future 1st is pretty good, I think. Because that future 1st, I feel like Collingwood will still be good, so it won't be a great future 1st anyway. I'm trying to have a look and see what else around. The Swans did really well early, getting Grundy and Adams for nothing at all. So, I don't know. There's a few hanging around.
think Liam Henry.
That's pretty good one.
Future second, Freo will probably be a mid-20s pick.
Yeah.
Mid to late 20s. I'm pretty sure he's an early first rounder. I picked 10 or 11 or something.
I think he was pick 10 back in when he was drafted.
And you've both traded future fourth round picks, which means bugger all anyway.
Oh yeah.
So in a system like the St Kilda, compared to the Dockers, I think it's gonna be one of those trades where people won't rate at the start, or they'll be like, "Oh, that's a good acquisition for St Kilda," but we don't think anything of it. Next year just comes out as 20-2 every couple of weeks and just puts Saints back into the finals, and you're just like one of the better ones.
I think that's going to be one of those ones, like you said, it'll be one of those ones you look back on, because I reckon this year, like, even if he doesn't get as much game time or isn't playing the positions that he's always used to, kind of thing, he might not do as much. But again, like when Brad Hill is doing more developing and he moves out and Henry takes his role, then fucking don't even worry about it. He'll be right. Like, he'll be worth the pick 22 or whatever it is. And I think it'll be pretty good. So I like the Henry pickup, definitely. I think he's our best in for sure. And let's just hope and pray.
Oh, him and Paddy Dow just absolutely tearing apart. Jack Billings, that could have been you.
Could have been you, Jack. You silly goose. Could have been you, Jade Gresham, but no. Off you go to Essendon.
Jade Gresham. The best part about players going to new clubs is the photo shoots. And they look so depressed.
They just look so sad.
Did you see, like, Todd Goldstein's look pretty average? Gresham looked like he had a gun pointed in his back. I can't wait for Xavier Dersmas. It's just
I bet
going
you
to be him.
they'll make him take it with Zane. They're like, come here, brother. We know why
You're
you're
with
here.
me now. Can't wait till our younger brother, other kid comes. And Yasmin.
Yeah. Full family of bombers. Good on them.
Essendon Dersmas. And like the
Just tell
logo's just boring
that kid.
arrows.
Just tell the parents to keep up
Oh,
next. Make a full team full of Dersmans.
all right. You want to put money on this? Essendon will make Xavier Dersma make the bow and arrow pose in a picture.
Oh, 100%. Like when they do like the Fox Footy videos and stuff like that, there will be one of Dersma doing the bow and arrow. Like they'll make it. They have to, because it'd be stupid for them not to. So yeah, 100% they will.
Kind of makes me sad now.
Oh.
Who else? Hopefully Soldo just brings out some sort of weird Croatian dance or something that we can all get around. Just something odd.
Air Sava does like the fucking Air Jordan pose or some shit like that. Like some weird shit.
Jordan Sweet eats a lolly.
Oh,
I don't know what Zach Thatcher would do.
the most
Probably
nothing.
just throws a net and says, "Gotcha." Or so, I don't know. You know, sometimes when I do this show, I really think that maybe some things I say just are best left in the brain.
Oh no, I forgot to mute. Fixed it.
See, some people would rather listen to your cough than my puns and weird thoughts.
No. Blowing out the task speak.
Was there anything else we have?
I don't think so. I think that's trades. There's a boring trade period. Not boring, but like there just wasn't any biggish ones. The Ginnivan one I think is the most interesting, but other than that, that's it.
Ginnivan's the most interesting. Soldo was the quickest. Compensations are pretty much done now, which will rank in the next episode officially because it's quite funny. And yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think everyone's cooked. It's been a big day. It's been a big day of trade.
Oh, and I still got to talk about Zach Thatcher and Sweet.
Oh, so many videos to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy watching the ads. I
Oh
got
god.
money on my mind.
Plenty of videos bumping.
Yep. Well, that's about it, Jared. Anything
Yeah.
else you want to add?
I don't think so. I just don't know how to sign these ones off again because I don't remember what we did last.
That's why I threw it to you. Okay,
Cool.
so what we've done the last three
Hmm. Oh, we
is
did slap.
we
We
did
did
the
the
slap of the Powerade thing. We did that, and we did oh, I randomly switched off.
How about we just get up and walk away?
Okay.
Yes.